Pampers. If I can't find it, I'll just shoot it over to you to ask you. It's called something, the Smart Sleep Coach by Pampers app.
I don't know. I haven't heard of it. But you know, when you have a big company like a Pampers, there's so many different departments and different divisions, and everybody kind of stays sometimes in their silos, and they might not talk to one another. So I have no idea.
I was just wondering what that is, because I guess it's an app, and then it says learn from our sleep coaching experts. I was just wondering. It's okay.
Kim, have you heard of it?
Hi, I actually did not hear that name. I thought it was called something else. They had initially launched several years ago a little device, if you will, that attaches to the diaper.
Okay.
And they had that linked with an application. And they hired some sleep consultant. I don't know what to write, maybe some of the tips. I have no idea.
Okay.
I actually am super familiar with it. It was Lumi.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it with one of my babies. And so really the only thing that little chip did when you put it on the diaper is track when they were wet, and then their sleeping patterns. And then all the app was a series of videos where basically there were two sleep experts that talked about wake time windows, cry it out, and Ferber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's all it was. And and there was like maybe 8 videos, and it would pop up based on your child's age. But that was pretty much it.
That's awesome. Thank you for that information.
Thank you.
This is what's so great about pulling everybody together. This is my big dream and vision of when, you know, as Tot Squad builds and gets even bigger, is that we keep a community going so that we can all share knowledge with one another and tips and commiserate one another. I think it's just wonderful. So thank you for that information. Just so you know, I am recording this, and I started it just so I don't forget to hit record. And I want to be mindful of everybody's time, because I really do appreciate you taking the time to go through this training today. I am Alana Pinkerton. I am the Partner Relations Manager here at Tot Squad. And I pretty much have met almost everybody here, with the exception, I think, of Rachel and Lauren, if I'm not mistaken. And Brianna and I have messaged, I think, back and forth. And so good to see you. And just if we can start maybe with Alyssa, just introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from, and just a quick little blurb about yourself.
Sure. Alyssa Benaclaus. I am from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I co-own a doula agency, and then I'm a certified postpartum doula, newborn care specialist, and sleep consultant.
How many kids do you have?
I have one, and she's 9.
Awesome. Awesome. Joan?
Hey, everyone. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
I am in the Central Valley in California, originally from Ireland. I have a tween, and I have 4-year-old feral boy and girl twins, and I am one of Kim's gentle sleep coaches.
Okay, Brianna.
Hello. I'm Brianna. I am from Ohio, like by Cleveland, Ohio. And I have 3 kids, 13, almost 14, 11, and 9. I'm a lactation consultant, IBCLC, and a sleep consultant.
Awesome. Amber?
My name's Amber Paker. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I own North Star Sleep Consulting, and I have 2 daughters, 2 and 4, and the 2-year-old is feral also.
Solidarity.
Okay, Micah.
Off mute. Hi, sorry, it's Mika.
Mika, that's right. I'm sorry. Apologize.
Okay. My name is Mika. I am a pediatric sleep coach, also a child birth and postpartum new parent educator. And my business partner and I own Rested Mama Happy Baby. and she is a toddler behavioral specialist. I am in Southern California in the Temecula Valley area, and I have 2 kids. I have a 6-year-old and I have an 18-month-old.
Still in that baby toddler stage, I guess now. And Rachel?
Hi, sorry, I am in the car. We are having some crisis situations here. Everything's okay, but my name is Rachel. I am the owner of My Sweet Sleeper and Sweet Sleep Academy. I'm also the resident sleep expert for Motherly, and we live just outside of Boston, and we have 7 children.
Oh, only 7.
Seven.
That's awesome. Awesome. And Lauren, you don't have to come on camera if you don't want to. That's fine.
Yeah, today isn't a camera day. My name is Lauren. I own Coastal Sleep Services. I live in the Jersey Shore area of New Jersey. I have a 9-year-old stepson, and yeah, I also have, I work in an office as well. So I have my sleep training business as well as I work in HR.
Awesome. Awesome. We have a special guest today, Kim West, otherwise known as the Sleep Lady. Kim is, we've hired her as a consultant, so she's helping me behind the scenes. So Kim, I'll let you introduce yourself the rest of the way.
All right. Hi, everybody. Kim West. I am a clinical social worker for 30 years. This year, I have 2 children in their 20s. I'm known as the Sleep Lady and the author of the Sleep Lady's Goodnight Sleep Tight, and soon 2 new books coming out next year. And I started the Gentle Sleep Coach training program 12 years ago.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you for everyone being here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I don't know why it's not coming to the screen I want, but let's see. Can everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go into presentation mode here. Okay. Let me get rid of that there. Okay, first and foremost, as I said, thank you, because if it wasn't for all of you, this project couldn't take off the way it needs to. You are playing an integral part in this amazing project that we have going on with Pampers. And just to go over again the scope of the partnership, Procter & Gamble sells $1 billion worth of diapers just at Walmart every year. And they have purchased 13,500 sleep coaching sessions from Tot Squad. And they're going to give these free sessions away to customers who spend $75 or more at Walmart stores or even online at walmart.com. So the promotion is going to run starting July 25th through October 29th, with the ability to book through January 23rd. The marketing efforts on their part are not going to begin until August the 8th. And the reason is we want to see what's going to happen just within the store and test that marketing ability. And this is what they're doing in the stores. So 2,200 Walmart stores will have these end caps at the end of the aisle. And then right here in the center is this banner that tells them, buy $75 of Pamper products and receive a free 15-minute sleep session. And here's a QR code. Our hope is that they click on the QR code before they ever leave the aisle. But if they don't, they're testing out in 1,100 stores, putting these tags on all of the boxes on certain products like this. And the tag again talks about the free baby sleep consultation, and we'll have the QR code. So hoping to capture these customers and they redeem this free session, right there on the spot after they purchase it. So what they'll do is they'll scan the code, and then it will take them to, on their phone, it'll take them to this page, and they click open, and then they click on the free 15-minute session, simply give us their email and phone number. Well, the phone number is optional. Check the box. And then a voucher will be sent to their email. And then from there, they will book the appointment. Now, you all committed to at least setting aside 10 hours per week, which was great. We have no idea yet what is going to come of this. We don't know if all 13,500 are going to be redeemed. We don't even know if 13 are going to be redeemed, right? So this is all up in the air, and I don't want to set the expectation too high that you're just going to get booked out those 10 hours every single week. You might get 1 a week, you might get 10 a week. We have no idea yet. So this is purely a test. Even the woman in charge of this project at Pampers, she doesn't have to meet any KPIs. So that's pretty awesome, because they're spending a lot of money on this, and it's great, but they don't have to meet any expectations. And so they're just testing it out to see if this works, and it works. If they deem it successful, whatever that level is, I'm sure they'll come back and do it again next year, probably on a bigger and grander scale. So that would be awesome. You all sent me your availability. I've got it all down. Our tech department has it on the app, and so everything will be linked up. So that's awesome. But if you do have any changes or issues, try to send it to prosupport@totsquad.com. And by the way, you'll get a recording of this. So if you're not taking notes, but it's prosupport@totsquad.com. The weekly report, I need to take out of there. You don't have to send me a weekly report. That's going to be automated through a Google form. But we will have a once a month check-in, either individually or as a group. I hope we can do it as a group so we can all share information with one another. And so I will set up that monthly invitation, try to do it the same day of the week, maybe towards the end of the month on a Thursday, or maybe at this time, on Thursday, and we'll all check in with each other. And if you can't make that meeting, we could just meet individually on your schedule. You are getting paid for this training, and you will get paid for any of the meetings that we pull together. We agreed to $25 per hour, and we want you to think of these in lieu of your free consultations that you normally offer. So now you're getting paid a little bit of money for it. But you are welcome to, at the end of the session, to upsell for follow-up visits. But we definitely want you to provide that, that high level best practice and, tips during your session. We don't want to, shortcut this in any way, even though it is only 15 minutes, but we want to get them started anyway, right? Get them that experience that they're going to get with a sleep consultant. We will pay out once a month via your bank account. So that's a direct deposit, and I'll talk about that in just a few slides. We want you to utilize Zoom for all of these appointments. Zoom has free options, and we want you to use Zoom because they have a waiting room, just like I had to admit you in. That's what will work with the way we want these sessions conducted. Definitely rather you use your computer, but if you have to use your phone, be sure you have it, on a tripod and, nice and steady, so you're not fumbling around with it, but definitely a computer or a tablet is preferred. You must have excellent internet connection, good lighting, and we want to dress appropriately for every session. So it will be virtual face-to-face. You will be able to see each other. And the reason why we want you to use Zoom is because you will play an introductory video while you're reviewing the intake form. So you'll have a few minutes to look that over while the customer, the client, is watching the video. So basically the provider, just like you do now, if you've had any appointments booked with us, you'll receive an email booking confirmation. You're going to just meet with the client. You'll provide notes on a Google document to be updated, hopefully, by every Sunday evening, and then we will review those. The difference between this program and just going to our website, the client's not going to choose the provider. So these will be, automatically assigned to you according to your availability. But the client's not going to be able to book until 7 days out from their preferred date. So it's not going to, you're going to have 7 days advance notice of this client booking with you. That gives us time to make sure that they've got their receipts and they're meeting all the criteria that they're supposed to meet. We have created an intake form. The customers will be emailed the intake form after they book the appointment. And the reason why, although we rather have it before and then let them book the appointment, is there's a little bit of friction in booking these appointments. So we didn't want to hamper that any further than they're already being hampered. So we're not going to be able to, we'll be sending them reminders to complete the form, but we can't guarantee that they will do that. And then we're still trying to determine how you're going to receive that intake form. So I think you'll be able to get it a couple of days in advance, hopefully, especially since they're coming 7 days in advance. But that I'll send you an update hopefully in the next week or two, because that will be figured out from the tech department. So conducting these 15-minute sessions, again, you'll play that video, just a brief couple of seconds of introductions is all that is needed. And then spend the bulk of the session addressing the high level questions from their intake form. And then you can use the last couple of seconds to, talk about what else you can offer them. And, please let the client know that they'll receive an email. We're going to provide PDFs for them so they kind of get a little bit extra out of it than just a few minutes of a session. And then we'll also ask them to post a review about their experience that they've had with you. So I don't know if you're not familiar with Zoom, we're going to do practice sessions, so don't worry about that. But basically, you're able to keep your camera turned off, but keep your microphone live. Otherwise, they won't be able to hear the video. So you'll have that video ready to play before you let them into the meeting room. So that's why the Zoom has that flexibility. You'll have your share screen on already before you let them in as well. And then once you admit them in, you'll click the play button and start the video so they can watch it. You can review the intake form again if you need to. And then once the video is over, turn your camera on and greet your client. And hopefully they're there too. Here's the video.
Are we supposed to be hearing anything or?
Yeah, are you not hearing it?
No.
Ah, okay. That might be a glitch in, I'm presenting this in Canva. Let me, hang on, whoops, hang on a minute, let me see. Can you hear that?
Not yet.
Can you hear that? You
No.
couldn't hear, no? That is so odd. Well, I will send that out. Oops, okay. Well, I don't know why that's not playing. That is so strange. This is why we have practice sessions. Okay.
Is there any way that you could play it and we could just read it to see what it is you discussed in the video?
Well, sure. I mean, and you'll get a copy of it, obviously. Oops. That is so strange.
I know you discussed that the video goes over expectations for the parent.
Yeah. I wonder.
I feel like I hear something dim in the background, but
Can you hear that? No? Hang on, we'll get to some text in a minute. I was just talking about the website and how to, there we go. Okay, so I'm sorry the video didn't work. That's a bummer because it was really good and has music behind it and it sounds all professional. But we'll figure out what happened there. Again, that was done in Canva, but I don't know why I didn't do on my share screen either. So we'll figure that out later. Let me make sure we are still recording. Yeah, we're still recording, so that's good. Okay, so if the intake form is not available, what we're going to do is ask you to ask the client to tell you their number one concern at this moment. And if you know it's something that will take longer than 15 minutes to address, explain that, you know, this will require more than 15 minutes and you really want to help them, but, you know, you may, you know, you're welcome to book more time, you know, at totsquad.com and make sure, you know, you give them your, you know, obviously they'll see you so they can pick out your profile, and then they will get 50% off as long as they book within 7 days of the session. So they'll get a good deal. After the appointment, we want you to track your completed session via our Google Doc each week. We'll send you a link. You want to use that same Google link as well. Please, you know, try to keep up with it. So just set yourself, I mean, I say Sunday at 9 o'clock, but whatever you want to post, whenever you want to, you know, schedule yourself. I'm not in charge of your schedule, but I would just stay on top of it so you can get paid. That's the important thing. You're simply going to put in the client's name, the email, and the date of the session that was completed. So there's no need to send us an email every week. We'll check the forms every Monday just to see that, you know, everything's happening there. Again, we'll pay you out each month. We collect the bank information when we process your first payment. So if we've already been paying you, if you've had appointments for Tot Squad already, we already have your bank information. But if we haven't, then our processing platform will send you an email saying, hey, we need your bank information, and just simply put it in there, and then it automatically gets processed to get paid. Cancellation policy. I know everybody has different cancellation policies. We are family friendly and we understand that things come up. You know, we say 24 hours, but you and I both know that sometimes, you know, baby starts throwing up 4 hours before the appointment or 2 hours before the appointment. So, you know, if you could be flexible, that would be wonderful, just until we get an understanding of what we're dealing with and how often we're getting cancellations or no shows and things of that nature. So if you'll just bear with us for a little bit and see how it goes. But if you're just, if you have an issue with that, just reach out to me and we can discuss that. So we're pretty flexible as well. Okay, so one thing we need to be concerned about is preparing for the unimaginable. And Kim and I were talking, she brought up some situations that sometimes occur. You know, we might be talking to 13,500 different people with all kinds of different lifestyles and personalities and issues, and things might come to light in front of you. And so Kim is coming up with a resource document that if you see that, you know, somebody is struggling with postpartum depression, then, you know, you can give them that third-party resource that that they can reach out to. Or if you feel like maybe that person needs a follow-up email with this resource page, then we can send it to them. So just be mindful that, you know, you guys are all professional. You've seen it all, I'm sure. So just be mindful that you might come across something and you know, that person might need some assistance. So feel free to, you know, give them that resource. We do want to conduct a practice session, do like a secret shopper type thing. So it'll either be the Tot Squad staff or maybe some of our friends that have children. We'll do it during the last week of July, and we'll, you know, have them book the appointment. You'll get the email, you'll get the intake form, and then they'll meet with you and handle the session. And then we'll meet back as a group after the hour and discuss any issues and share our experiences together. So if you can give me a heads up of your schedule at the end of July, or I might be able to look at everybody's schedule, that your availability, and just pick one of those days. But yeah, let me do that first, and then I'll send everybody an email if we need to pick some other times. This has nothing to do with the Pampers, but I just wanted to remind you all that I sent an email a few weeks ago about sending like an audition video. You know, we work with a lot of brand partners and they want to see what you look like on camera. If you want to participate in any brand partnerships where we do live streams. So if you're interested in doing any live streams with us, if you'll send a short, like 2-minute video that, you know, basically says your name, your expertise or certification, why you're passionate about your expertise, and maybe tell a quick story about a family you've helped, just so the brand can see you shine and how you are and your personality. Because we're going to let them choose which providers they want to use for their live streams. And it's just easier if they can see, what you look like on video. So if you're interested in that, just send me a quick video and I'll upload it to our partnership file that we have, our folder that we have. Okay, so here comes the fun part. Where are all the questions? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right, any questions so far? I know I kind of breezed through that a little bit.
So I'll ask about the schedule. Let's say you have 4 15-minute sessions not show up, and then, you've blocked an hour of your day and nobody
Right.
shows. What do you do?
Well, I think, if you have 4 in a row, then I think we can pay you for that.
Hopefully it's not the case, but you never know.
And by the way, we're not going to do them back to back because as you see, we have technical issues. I had turned off my light.
Okay, I wondered how we were going to fit that. Like, it's really hard to cut someone off right at 15 minutes and like, sorry, I got someone waiting,
Yeah. I think you still kind of want to try to use that so you can cut the conversation a little bit, but obviously, I mean, I know, most of you, you're kind and you're gentle and you'll handle it appropriately. We're not going to do it back to back because you have,
that's good to know.
Like today, today my lights blinked like 3 times in a row. And then I realized my surge protector battery backup thing wasn't working. And then I turned it on, I had this whistling noise. And so things happen. We know that. So we don't want to, stress everybody out on both ends. And so we will not do it back to back. Okay. Anybody else? Kim, did you have anything you wanted to add for us? Any tips that you might say about how do we do this in 15 minutes?
Yeah, because I'm sure all of you have some experience doing this, and it can be challenging. And as the previous coach said, hard to cut somebody off. I mean, I always think that when we had 15 minutes and the family is calling us, we're going over realistic expectations and trying to get them to focus on, we'll really be able to answer the question of what's their main concern. And I always think we're also getting at how are they putting their child to sleep? And if we can find out a little bit about their schedule without getting into too much detail, so that we can at least give them something to hold on to, some nugget that they may even be able to apply, even if it's an earlier bedtime or not skipping naps in order to quote unquote improve night sleep. Small things like that really can go a long way. And also, I think super important is making sure that they've gotten the green light from their pediatrician or their family care provider that their baby's ready to whatever it is, night wean, sleep coach, all of those things. But I'm sure you all have experienced the unrealistic expectations parents have of their baby's sleep, and lots of times just kind of talking them off that ledge and saying, well, you know what, this is what's pretty typical at this age, which is why Alana and I will be working together to create these PDFs that you can also give families to, with sleep tips that they can apply. And then it might even help them to be able to say, well, that was really helpful. I'd like to have further help by whoever, Amber or Brianna. I know that Alana and other people at Tot Squad had said that they really want to make sure that we're giving some great nuggets and not, only saying, well, I can only really give you some helpful tips if you provide follow-up services. So trying to strike that balance.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of these clients probably have never heard of sleep coaching, I would guess. And so this is all new to them. And so I think giving them as good of an experience as they can for 15 minutes may bring them back for maybe another shorter session just to try it out again and maybe, budget for the next one as well. So it remains to be seen how this is going to be, but you all are going to make it happen we made it happen on the I mean, this has been a 6-8 month project in the making. So you guys are culminating at the end, and you're like the icing on the cake, right? So I'm going to rely on your expertise and your passion and your enthusiasm to help us out, and feedback. I mean, don't ever feel like you're bothering me. Don't ever feel like you're, whatever it is that you need to tell me. We just want to make this a very, very successful program. So feel free. Yes, Brianna.
Oh, yeah. So, you mentioned like the PDFs or the handouts or something. So that's going to be something that you guys are you are putting together.
Yep,
So
we're handling. You just have to, you just have to get on camera and shine, and then we're going to handle the rest of everything, all the follow-up emails and things like that. So you don't have to do anything else.
That would be super helpful. Just some extra nuggets,
Yes.
if you will, of specialty stuff.
Exactly. I mean, it is free, but we don't want to be chintzy, right? We want to
Right.
really elevate it and show them, because that's what you all
they're
probably.
getting something, that they're
Yeah.
getting something out of it, obviously.
Exactly. But I think between all the emails they get, that introductory video, and then you telling them this is only 15 minutes, that kind of sets the expectation. And then if they get an extra, PDF or two, I think they're going to be, happy about that.
Mhm.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Yes.
How would you like us to handle like safe sleep environment if somebody mentions that their child is maybe their 3-month-old is sleeping in a space that, or napping on the couch or something like that? Should we kind of provide them with the AAP guidelines?
Yeah, I would always, just like you do in your profession now, if there's something that you can, a third party, resource is always, best, right? Just because you're quoting an authority like the AAP, right? That people recognize as the, as the gospel, I guess. So always, you're not supposed to do anything different than you would normally do. It's just a shorter amount of time.
Okay.
No shame, no shaming though, right?
Right.
And Alana, you and I discussed putting that, on the bottom of each PDF anyways, like.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay, well, this has been great. I am so excited to see you all. There's one other team, Quenisha, that couldn't join us today, but she joined me yesterday. So she got her training. So there's one more person on the team. And, if we get overwhelmed, fingers crossed, either you can offer more time or we can bring more consultants on board. But I thought this was a nice, easy, nice tight knit group to start working with to start with. So again, appreciate you all jumping on board so quickly, being enthusiastic, and I will send this recording to everybody after Jen takes a look at it. And again, just reach out if you have any questions. You'll start getting emails. Did you have another one, Brianna?
Yeah, just popped into my head. So did you say are we going to have like weekly meetings like this where we all can kind of talk, or no? Okay.
Once a month. I mean,
Maybe
unless it just,
maybe can we all meet up as a group just to kind of see like how are things going the first week, like, or,
okay,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That might be a little helpful just to kind of get us all in a group.
whatever you need. Yeah, I'll be happy to schedule one once a week, and whoever can join us can join us. Okay.
Did you say what would be on the intake form?
We haven't finalized that, but I'll show it to you before we get started. We're not making it really long though, because you don't have time to talk about everything. So again,
And you only have 1 minute to review it. Because
I think they're gonna have
Right.
longer. I think they're gonna have a few days to review it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because we're going to capture it before the session. So I think we'll be okay. All right. I knew you all would have lots of questions.
Mhm.
Okay. If you think of something else, send me an email and we'll chat soon. Okay.
All right. Looking
All right.
forward
Thank
to
you.
working with you all.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, ladies. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.